So if I want to use the blanket stitch as a border to join fabrics, so there are two fabrics here, these are felt, I go around the edge and it produces a nice little border. You could do this on a blanket. So this is how it's done, and you can get lots of variations on it, but we're going to start with the most simple one. And all the variations are just minor adjustments. So to create that, a traditional blanket stitch is as wide as it is tall. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Now it doesn't have to be, but that's just a suggestion. So if it's this tall, I want the next one to be here, here, and so on. Now again, I'm just eyeballing it. And if I was sewing this, I probably wouldn't make the marks unless I wanted it to be really super precise. So now I have all my marks, and here are the two pieces. I just folded this in half, but I'll show you it, and then I'll show you the corner. So those are the two main things to remember. When you're joining two pieces, you want to start in the center. On your first mark, I have my string, my thread with a knot, and I'm going to come up through that first mark in the center. So just through one layer of fabric. And that way I can hide the knot. And now I can pin it closed. I like to just hold it closed. And I'm going to come back in and come out the same hole I did the first time, or at least as close as I can get. So there I have my first stitch. And now to start the blanket stitch, I'm going to come up just through that stitch. I'm not going to pierce any of the fabric. I want my needle and thread on this side here of this little piece. I'm going to come up down here to my next point on my edge. And when I pull up, I'll leave a little loop and I'll catch it on that loop. And I get that nice little stitch. And I'll continue this. So I'll come up through my loop, leave a little bit on the top. If not, I'll pull it and continue this all the way along. And when it's done, there'll be enough tension to keep the stitches nice and even. And then I'll show you how to do the corner. So I come up through that stitch like normal, and then I'm going to go back and go through that stitch again. And when I come up, I'll catch the stitch and then come around it again, catch the stitch, and then continue with my stitches on the other side. And that's how you do the corner. You just double up the stitch. When you get to the end of where you want to create your stitches and you want to anchor it in place, you create your last stitch, you come up through that spot again, and then you just go back down and you can knot it on the other side. So from either side it looks really nice. You can try and tuck the knot in here if you have room, but that's how you join two pieces on the blanket stitch. So now let's work on just some simple variations on that very basic blanket stitch. So we'll start it the same way. We'll come in at a point, wrap around, come in at the same point, bring our needle right to left just through the thread. And now instead of creating stitches that are evenly spaced, let's make it a long and a short. And we'll kind of keep it closer together. So I'll stitch through longer here and up, and then the next one will be shorter and up. And again, you just continue this all the way through, matching your stitches, creating your pattern. We'll do a few more. You get a very interesting effect. And one more long stitch. Catch on to the end here. Come in through the bottom and anchor that down. Now I can knot the back. So you can vary the stitch as well. And here I use a different color, and this is more of a pattern. And then the purple is random. And so it's a different effect. It's a little more rustic.